Hi all, welcome to the CA Classroom. In today's video, we'll be seeing expected questions for CA Foundation Business Laws for the upcoming June 2022 exams. So this is not going to be just random prediction. It is based on pattern in the previous attempts. If you quickly have a look here, if you see for every chapter by chapter, we have analyzed questions from May 18 till December 21, what questions have been tested. For example, if you go down to LLP Act, you will notice that in LLP Act, none of the questions have been repeated except the first basic question like essential elements of LLP. Most of the questions are new questions. If you see in May 19, they tested how is LLP different from other forms. November 19, they tested LLP and acts of partner. Then Jan 21, unlimited liability, and it keeps going. They're testing different concepts. Similarly, if you go up, if you see some other chapter, let's say for example, if I take Unit 2 of Indian Contract Act consideration, and before that, if you're not able to see on the screen, just turn your phone horizontal, so it'll be much. You can zoom in and watch it. If you look at Unit 2 Indian Contract Act, you can see that every attempt it's been shifting. At least for the first four attempts, you can see they have not repeated a question. And in the last two attempts, surprisingly, you can see in July 21 and December 21, they have not tested Unit 1 and Unit 2 of Indian Contract Act entirely. So for two attempts, they have not tested it. Then for the upcoming attempt, it becomes very important. And that's why if you see your expected questions, Unit 1 and Unit 2 of Indian Contract Act, I have marked it as important. I have also mentioned what could be the expected questions based on the past trend. Especially Unit 2, anything can come because they have not tested for past two attempts. So they can again start repeating it. Same way, if you go to Partnership Act, to show you one more trend. In Partnership Act, if you see, Unit 2 and Unit 3 of Partnership Act, fully the biggest unit of Indian Partnership Act has not been tested in December 21 even for 1 mark. But Unit 1 of Indian Partnership Act, basics of Indian Partnership Act, has been tested for more than 10 marks in the previous attempt. It's very surprising. They asked definition of partnership and they asked true test. So that means this time they will definitely not again repeat Partnership Act Unit 1 again. Instead, they will focus more on Unit 2 and Unit 3. And especially if you look at Unit 3 of Indian Partnership Act, if you look at the trend for the past few attempts, they have been testing those areas which has not been tested so far, except one or two questions like consequence of non-registration, which has been tested 3 times. So if you look at the expected questions, I have again mentioned here, consequence of non-registration, even though it's tested 3 times, might come again. Other points, 2, 3, and 4, dissolution of firm, payment of firm debts, liability of partner, whatever has not been tested, I have mentioned here. Same way for LLP, I have only mentioned those questions which has not yet been tested because the past trend, they're only testing new concepts. Similarly, if you go for any other chapter, let me show you one more chapter, post which you can start reading this on your own. The PDF of this will be available in the link below. If you go to, let's say, Unit 2 or Unit 1 of Sale of Goods Act, Unit 1 has not been tested in May 19, November 19, November 20, Jan 21, July 25. 5 attempts they have not tested it. Then of course you can expect it in December 21. It was there in December 21 for 6 marks. Similarly, if you look at this Unit 2, they have been testing it on and off, on and off. But the last 3 attempts, they have been tested it easily close for more than 6 marks. So if you look at Unit 2 of Sale of Goods Act, condition and warranties, since in the previous attempt they had tested when condition is treated as warranty and they have tested a small point in implied condition. I'm giving more importance to implied warranty and caveat emptor and its exceptions. So on similar basis, all chapters expected questions have been given here. This preparation is much easier in the first few attempts, but as we keep going, the pattern will start repeating. So for most chapters, the pattern is repeating. So here I have mentioned which chapter is important, which you have to study more, etc. If you see one more thing, one last thing, if you go to Indian Contract Act, Unit 5, damages, last 3 attempts, Jan 21, July 21, and December 21, they have not tested itself. And in quasi and contingent contract, they tested 2 times. So this time, there is very big chance that they might even skip the quasi and contingent contract chapter and they might go to breach of contract and remedies because they have not tested for 3 attempts. So it becomes very important for this attempt. Indian Contract Act damages. I've just given few concepts which are important. Based on this, in the previous attempts, if you see for November 20, it came for 55 marks, Jan 21, 55 marks, July 21, 41 marks. December 2021 was a very different attempt because they asked a lot of questions from partnership pack, etc. So from expert questions, we got 31 marks in the exam. Now, one more information and disclaimer for you, in the link of this video. I have also attached quick revision concepts revised in 6 hours revision videos for those who want to quickly revise. Those who are studying first time, I've also given full detailed regular videos for 80 hours of entire syllabus. You can watch whichever topic you want. Also, some important questions have been discussed in 14 hours revision. And you can also reach out to me for any classes you want. And also one disclaimer, don't study only this, study everything, but give little important weightage for this. So thank you guys. All the very best for your exams.